Hello Bead Kids! Today we are making team banners of your favorite team or sport with 6 by 9 millimeter pony beads, simple drinking straws, and string. First thing we do is lay out our patterns and fill in the background. Put straws through each row and trim the straws and string your project together. So we lay out our letters and then we fill in the background. I am using beadkids.com bead boards and using the straight row side. The other side is for brick and peyote patterns. This pattern is 18 beads wide and many rows tall. We take plastic drinking straws and cut them lengthwise and cut a point. This just helps us to put the beads onto the straws. The straws act like a spring and just hold the beads on. You go row by row until all of your rows have straws, and then trim the straws with side cut pliers or scissors. Your drinking straws won't even show. I've added a few more rows to taper the beginning and the end of my banner, or you can just keep your pattern square. I'm starting with 6 to 7 feet of number 3 cotton string and 2 5-inch Bead Kids needles. You put your first row of the banner on the string and place it under the clipboard. The clipboard will just hold it in place. And you do not cross your strings the first row. Then you add the second row. The right needle goes into the right side and the left needle goes into the left side. Strings will be crossing in the middle and you pull tight. And then you'll just be following your pattern row after row. Right needle goes in the right side and the left needle goes in the left side. You can also make team banners out of the 4x6 mini pony beads or fuse and perler beads that are 5 by 5 millimeter. Just use a half straw, cut the straws lengthwise, and then cut them in half again. You can also make team banners using a peyote stitch, side to side or up and down. So back to our banner. Speeding it up, just add row by row, right needle goes into the right side, add string with a square knot and a dab of glue, and be sure to have your knots end up in the middle of the row, not on the edges. So when you are done, go row by row and tighten your work. Pull the string tight and tighten the rows so that you won't have any gaps. And now that our University of Utah is tight, we pull our needles tight and we pass the right needle and string to the left side and do a square knot right over left, tuck under, and left over right, tuck under. Then we take both of our needles and string and pass them over to the right side. You can pull that first knot into a bead, cut off our strings, do a square knot. Add a dab of glue, pull tight, trim the tails to about 1/4 inch from the knot, and I take a metal needle and I tuck the knot and the tails into a bead. The glue will hold it in there and you will not see your knots. There's our little banner. You can add a string to the top if you're going to hang it on the wall. Square knot. Trim the tails and turn the string so the knot is in the rows. So get creative. Get with another bead kid and Bead creative. Like, share, and subscribe.